Her lips are dry, chapped where she bit it early. And it's a compulsion you can't fight. We can't fight it. It's called Blistex. Get some. How y'all doing? It's your boy JC and welcome back to more Perfumare. Shake my hand. How you doing today, boy? Tell me in the comment section what you eat today. I got paid today, so I ate some like spicy kalanchis. You know those Asian donut places? I just be going there to support Asian business, so every time I get paid, just drop by, eat some spicy kalanchis, some donuts. We're back with more Perfumare. Shout out to everyone watching the series, and shout out to the creator because this has been getting interesting. I would honestly say that Jules' route is probably my favorite route so far, at least so far. I don't know how reads go, but Jules' route is definitely interesting. Off the bat, already into the action. Maybe if we didn't have Jules, we would probably, with us at that scene with Sylvia, we would probably die. I'm not gonna hold it to you. That would probably have been in-game, but who knows. We got so many save points to go back to because I want to see if we can get a different ending with this route. At least, if not, then you can't say I didn't try. So let's just get into it, bro. All right, you know how this goes. So we just ran away from Sylvia. Car broke down. Jewel is now using her telekinesis to move the car. Working with you was always a little unnerving. Oh well, excuse me. It's not like I can turn it off. And you're hard to read. She continues as though you hadn't just spoken. Hard to read? Look who's talking. Don't address me by my full name. That's my government's. Well, that's what the government want to call me. Can we get some racism in the chat? She tries to sound stern, but it comes out so terribly fawn instead, stealing the breath right from your lungs, catching the words and holding them in your throat. Ugh. You can only nod your head and signaling her to continue. It might come to us as a surprise, but you love me. Go ahead. Tell me something I already know. I love you. Come on, bruh. This is too easy, bruh. This is too easy. I have for ages. And I think you might feel the same. Yeah, because you keep touching me. It's obvious in the way that she looks at you, her eyes devouring you whole. It's impossible to miss. And yet it took you so long to notice. No, you didn't even do that. You needed her to spell it out for you. You rely on your gifts so much you forget to use your other senses. In that way, you are just blind as the other giftless people. You and Jewel, though, you are both used to keeping people at a distance. And yet something brought you together. Briefly, you wonder if she was just as a surprised by that development as you are. Nigga-senpai? She's nervous. Her scent underneath the layer of cinnamon starts... What is this cinnamon? Is this just cinnamon plants growing from the back over there, bruh? Her scent underneath the layer of cinnamon starts to get rancid, startling you out of your reverie, prompting you to speak. I'm sorry, I can't. I love you too. Ah, man, I'm running out of save points, bro. I ain't gonna hold it. PDR Rook, add some like 15 pages. It don't hurt. I love you too. It's easier to say you thought it would, and it's worth the dazzling grin that spreads over Jules' face. His scent grows in intensity, and you know that she wouldn't be able to hide it no matter how hard she might try. Yeah, start blushing, but hiding it is the farthest thing from Jules' desires, and she crosses the distance that divides you in 2 quick steps. Yep, there it is. Smile for the cameras. This is on the thumbnail. Her breath hitches at the proximity, and deep blush settles over her face. I probably should have left that confession for later. Yeah, when we in the bed? Yeah, of course. She says with a dry chuckle, glancing pointedly at the car. How are you just doing this while you just telekinesing the car? That is impossible. Glancing pointedly at the car, now simply hanging in mid-air, and Renee dozing inside with her head resting on the steering wheel. Shouldn't linger, Joel reasons with you or herself. You really can't say. But I really want to kiss you right now. God dang, bro, dang. Now you touching me and now you want to kiss. Your heart leaps at her words. Your eyes slid down her mouth, tracing the shape. Bro, you are holding the car with your telekinesis. Like, calm down. Let's get to a safe place, homie. If that's all right with you. Bro, we gonna drop the car, then what's gonna happen to Renee? Net broke. Ah, like, bruh, come on. Let her... Bro, why? Okay, why is there so many choice-based decisions with Jules' route? This was not the same for Laurent. Bro, I don't even know if this... Oh, you kissed her first. Bad ending. Like, bruh, come on. That's like the only thing I'm scared of. Christ almighty. All right, I'm just gonna have to override a save, sorry. She likes to be dominant, but Hold on. You move first, grasping Jules' arms and pulling her towards you until you're so close not even the wind can Man, bruh, show me some graphics. Yeah, you didn't see that coming. Hit you with the upper, the haymaker, you feel me? You feel her heartbeat drumming against your chest where your bodies touch. A strong and steady beat, almost as rapid as your own. Your breath settles between you and a harsh huff, scorching against the frigid cold of the air. Show me some graphics. What are you doing, black screen? Get off. You let your eyes slide close as you savor the taste of her skin. Jesus, are we eating her? Her emotions blanketing you like a cape, blocking all other scents. Her lips are dry, chapped where she bit it early. Ugh, I don't need to know the details. Hard enough to break the skin, and it's a compulsion you can't fight. We can fight it. It's called Blistex. Get some. I just did a 15-second ad. Speaking of Blistex, hold on. Grazing the cut with your tongue until you hear her gasp. This is such detail, and you immediately want to do it again. Ooh, get the tongue, beat the tongue up. The rhythm of her pulse changes as you deepen the kiss, drowning in the lingering taste of blood. Bro, I feel like a predator. This is how these lions feel when they eat their meat raw. Quickly lost under the sweetness of her saliva and the faint flavor of coconut chapstick. That did not. What you got? Great value chapstick? Oh my god, still got cut lip. Where the chapstick at when you need it? That man is tired. You pay him $7.25 an hour. That ain't no chapstick. That's some crap stick. The curling ends of her hair tickle your nose, sharp and distracting, smelling faintly of gunpowder and ash. When you bring your hands to brush the locks behind her ears, she doesn't let it fall, lifting your own and pressing her palms over yours, keeping you trapped. The kiss lasts more briefly than you'd like, and you're forced to break away when a soft thud interrupts you. You drop the car. That was loud. Oh my god. I feel threatened. Jewel jumps back. Eyes widen, her chest rises and falls as she gulps down air, fights against her slipping control to hold the car upright again after a plunge back. Bro, you just woke up. I'm telling you, Renee with the broken neck. She's gonna be walking around a dog kennel now. That's crazy. What is up with you? Oh my god. Why do we not use common sense? You trying to conversate while using your telekinesis powers? Like, does that not make sense? Am I crazy? The vehicle is still in one piece. It was hovering near the ground after all. Its drop was smooth enough. That did not sound like a drop. Not enough to wake Renee. She only shifted partially off of the steering wheel, narrowly missing the horn. Hey bro, we can stop here and do a quickie. I only last 30 seconds. Seemingly off track, wiping the hand over her face to hide the building blush. First time I saw you, I thought, here comes trouble. Man, I saw you. I was like, you look like you have an ugly baby. Struggling to school her expression, she presses her lips together to contain the grin that threatens break over her features. And you were right. You guessed, extending your hand so she could take in hers, which she does, entwining your fingers seamlessly without breaking her focus. Maybe. Stop. Continue your blushing. Her head tilts as she watches you, licking her lips as she's chasing the lingering taste you left on her skin. The smile she gives you has a strange lost quality to it. Man, this is some lame rom-com. Come on, dude. Like, that kiss was intimate. What the freak? One thing is certain. Oh, you make me lose my cool like nobody else. You peek at the car floating in the air as surely as it was a while ago, as though nothing ever happened. You hide it well. Jill snorts. What did you say? Shaking her head. Come on. She taps your shoulder. Bro, we were into it and she just stops. She taps your shoulder as she passes you by, urging you to move. We should really get going. She takes another step. Then noticing you tremble from the unyielding chill, she returns to your side. The car slides forward and the two of you follow it down the road, sticking together arm to arm, sharing the warmth, though more for your benefit than hers. She looks peaceful. Man, we didn't get no art for that, bruh. Come on, PDR. Stop taking L's. She looks peaceful, and you breathe in the contentment of her scent, the freshly cut grass, herbaceous and intense. You walk in silence, and though you notice her stealing glances your way every so often, your attention strays to the car, moved as though by an invincible thread. It's amazing really how Jewel can guide it with her mind without even as much looking at it. See, she trains with her freaking Perfumare, unlike you, senpai. But you know that using your affliction is seldom as effortless as it appears to be. Aren't you tired? You ask Jewel, pointing your chin at the vehicle. It's pretty heavy after all. You feel more than see her taking a deep inhale. The smooth drag of her cloth shoulder over yours as it moves up and... Bro, I'm so surprised that Renee just goes to sleep while we're just sitting here slaving. She really sucks. Right now, I barely feel the strain. She says it absent-mindedly, tapping the side of her forehead with 2 fingers. It's like a pressure, a beginning of a headache. Oh, really? Do you need to take a break? No, not yet. I'll let you know. Will you, though? Your eyes narrow as you regard her, appraising her truthfulness. Yes, I promise. Besides, you'll see it. When I start losing my strength, yeah, you'll drop the car and bang her head open. She demonstrates, bringing the car a tad slower so it almost touches the ground before lifting it once again. Isn't it the same for you? I mean, the drowsiness, the headaches, aren't all the side effects similar for people with mental afflictions? Mostly yes, though some things depend on the gift. Right, I remember now. She nods, understanding sets on her face. She draws her lip between teeth for a second, releasing it hesitantly. Back at the station. I don't think I've ever saw you so overwhelmed. You take a deep breath at the memory, swallowing a mouthful of fresh air, filling your lungs with nothing but the scent of grass and leaves. I was never properly trained, since the sensory overload isn't as severe for the lesser tiers. You explain, crossing your arms, digging your fingers into the material, the borrowed sweater, trying not to pull at the threads, dealing with it as is often a hit or miss. It'd be different if I was properly evaluated, but then you wouldn't have choice but to join the agency. If I wanted to keep my gift, yeah. Do you regret it? You shrug, staring at the tips of your... We don't regret anything. It's in the past now. There's nothing I can do to change it. But if they gave you a chance now, would you take it? Didn't we have a similar question from Flavio or something like that? Critical choice ahead. Crap. Alright, so this might be the one that matters, I guess. I wouldn't, bruh. I didn't risk everything to let them take me. Not alive. They wouldn't. They wouldn't actually kill you. They might as well. Jewel frowns, looking away. Well, I made my bed, didn't I? There's no point in dwelling on it. I guess. She didn't like that. Hold on, let me go back. Jesus. And we were doing so well. I was licking your cut lip. You need this next. Jesus. Maybe it would be easier if I did. Your answer surprises Jewel. She doesn't show it. Probably. Does it really matter what we pick? I don't know. Let's say we don't know. It's alright. You don't need to worry about it now, don't I? You sigh, shaking your head. Well, I made my bed, didn't I? There's no point in dwelling on it. I guess. Man, let's just go with I don't know. The mood shifts. The atmosphere grows somber, and Jewel looks as if she regrets bringing up the subject. Even though you attempt to change the topic, your mind is stuck in the past. Your eyes sting, struck by vicious gusts of wind, cold enough to cut through the layers of your clothing. A shockingly warm hand catches you by... Here we go again with the touching. Do I need to bring out the switch or something? Catches you by the elbow, stopping you in your tracks. Senpai, wait. When you turn to take in Jewel's expression, you want to continue that kiss? The anxiety in it is evident and hard to bear. Why don't you take a break? You should. You take a break! You can't be of any help to Jewel, and you're in no mood to be decent company. Okay. What are we doing? Are we gonna get in the car? You shrug off the sweater, hanging it back to Jewel. You can keep it. Bro, stop being dominant, man. You need to be warm too. She offers, seeing as Schiffer shakes your frame. It's fine. You're the one who has to stay in the cold. I don't mind. That's what she says, but she puts it on blah, whatever. Bruh. When she notices you won't take the sweater back. She halts the car, bringing it back to the ground to give you time to open the door and duck inside. Sleep well. She's such a savage, man. What the freak? Come on, flowers in the chat for Jewel. Come on. She's really doing all this. Renee, I'm so disappointed in you. You better wake. Bro, you are so useless. She calls to you before you close the door and you give her a quick nod in return. As you lie in the squeaky upholstery, you catch a glimpse of her in the side view mirror, standing alone in the darkness, attention fixed steadily on the horizon. It calms you down to know that she'll be there, alert and vigilant while you sleep. Resting your head on Jewel's bug-out bag, you squeeze your eyes, willing yourself to sleep. And for once your body listens. Your breath slows down, lulled by the delicate rocking of the car as it slides forward in a steady pace. Your muscles relax. Man, she could run while she at it. She could get a little workout. Just what a car. Just though calling the visions that haunt your rest dreams would be an overstatement. That taste of ash and overwhelmingly of blood, filling your mouth with fistfuls of dirt until you can almost feel the grains grind between your teeth. Ill. You don't have to suffer long, fortunately. You're shaken awake. The smoothness of Sylvia's voice still rings in your ears well after your eyes shoot open. You better open up. That better not be Sylvia. Renee is leaning over the driver's seat, hands already back by her sides, skittish as though she expects you to lash out. Are you okay? Are you okay? She dropped the car 3 million times while you sleep. Lazy, she asks tentatively, brushing her long hair out of her face as she regards you with a small frown. You rasp, more to warm up your vocal cords than a real answer. Your throat feels raw, and you swallow compulsively, taking a deep breath. Once you manage to pull... Bro, I don't know why, but I always keep messing up reading Perfumare text. Like, I don't know if it's just the font that's messing me up, but when it's like other games, I'm cool. I could like read it. But with Perfumare, and sometimes with Tiny Bunny, it's just like the text just be slipping me up. Unless it's just like the sentencing or something. Anyway, I'm on my Karen. I'm doing a Yelp review. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm taking a deep breath once you manage to push the side door open. Leaving your seat, take a hold of Jules' bag, clutching it to yourself as you wait for Renee to close the car door. But sometimes y'all don't even like see it because I edited it out. What the freak is this? Motel 6 header. Bruh, come on, dude. Are we really stopping at a motel? Slowly, you blink, looking over the building surrounded by both sides, a thick forest. Then around empty parking lot, eyes drawn towards the broken Moel sign, missing the letter T. There are no cards aside from Renee's and no other people, just the two of you. Where's Jewel? With a sharp point of her hand, Renee directs your attention to the entrance where the heavy black door is left ajar. Ugh, I do not want Renee. Leave me alone. You look like a robot ready to terminate. Why you looking dead in my soul like that? She didn't want to wake you. Renee explained, slipping the keys in the pocket of her skirt. She went to rent us a room. Y'all got money? A room. You squint at the 3 pairs of doors, noticing a faint, barely visible light coming from the 2 of them. Yes, I was surprised too. The establishment didn't seem too busy at first glance. It's only a motel miles. I guess we're lucky there's even a single room free. I suppose. Renee sighs, poorly disguising her distaste. When she go in the Bahamas, she didn't expect to see the hood, the urban area. Oh my god, all these urbans. She wanted to see the grand resort, just like a Karen. If you're being honest, you're not looking forward to staying at a motel either. The lack of real privacy and the lingering scent of the interior that... Bro, y'all just trying to go to sleep, bruh. Y'all head out in the morning, it's not that deep. But you can hardly be picky about it. Wrapping your arms around yourself, you push yourself off the trunk, ready to join Jewel at the reception, when Renee's voice stopped you. Before we go. She looks troubled, resolving, faltering. But at last, she pulls a small, unassuming vial, holding it. What she got a vial for? Is it a black light? The thin glass shimmers in the faint neon glow. The liquid inside is watery and translucent. What the frick is that? What is it? She handles it gently with care, as though she's wary of it, scared. What, she just got a random sample in her hand? What the frick? P2, you mean Perfumare derivative? Yes, derivative, yes. What does it do? It was never properly tested, so I can't say for sure. But in short, it's supposed to block the part of frontal lobe responsible for release of neural... Alright, bro. Smaller words, please. It blocks the affliction, essentially. Doing what Perfumare was designated to accomplish. And you had it with you all this time? It sure could have come in handy when Sylvia almost... How could I have known you were going to need it? Why you getting an attitude with me? Grumpy, you ain't get your freaking Best Western. You gotta get your Motel 6. Shut up. Ain't even no Denny's. They got Bambi's feast.
What?
Oh, man.
Bro, I'm out, man.
I don't know if that's a good joke. Anyway. Renee's voice grows in volume, but she catches herself. I do not like Renee, bro. What do you get mad for? You mad because we attacked your so-called boss that you love so much, bro? Come on, dude. She's paying you $7.25. She didn't love you. Secondly, she shot at us, bro. What you want to do? What you want to do? And third, like the vial, bro. Why you just have this and you don't tell nobody? Like, that's just weird. Aside from that, it's dangerous. We never formally tested. Why do you have a dangerous vial in your pocket? Oh, so what? You want me to test it or something? No, I personally think you shouldn't even touch it. But Serene, Renee sighs, rubbing her temples in what you understand to be a self-calming gesture. You might have noticed she doesn't particularly like Sylvia. Well, anyone who works for the agency. She told me to take it in case of emergency. But you don't tell us. Man, I hate you. I don't like this kid. Get this character off my screen. Yes, I say we just had one of those. You mutter under your breath. Renee doesn't seem to hear your comment because she's a robot, or she simply ignores it. Either way, she continues talking. But we still don't know the long-term effects it has on the brain. So use it only if you have no other option. I'm gonna use it on you. This route is crazy because they're giving us so many options, bruh. This is gonna be a very critical choice. I can tell it. I can smell it. Great. So it's a health hazard. Possibly. I hope you could understand why I was hesitant to bring it up. But after what happened with Sylvia, I think you should have it. She passes you the vial and you... Why is there so many critical choices? Get off of me, boy. I'm running out of space. All right, mysterious vial. Let's look at the codex real quick. We can't click on it? Brother, it's called a codex. Man, you trash. The glass is smooth and the code and smoothing code under your touch. And even thinner than you expected it to be. All right, I'ma tell Jewel about this, bruh. I'ma tell Jewel about this. It's like, why does she want to only tell me? Like, I'm just getting sus vibes from Renee. When your fingers close around the flask, you give it a little shake, observing as the clear liquid sloshes inside. Bruh, please be careful with it. Why, is this the last one? Shut up. Why don't you smile for once? I will. You intended to, at least, and to demonstrate your willingness. You place a vial inside your pocket with great exaggerated care. We're sitting here complaining while Jewel is just doing all the hard work, bruh. Come on, she do not deserve us. I hope you know what you're doing. We can't just... Yo, what's up? Can't just what? Tell her! Both of you and Renee whirl around, caught off guard by Jewel's unexpected... Why are we hiding this? Nothing, no, there's not nothing. Give me a critical choice game since you love them so much. Renee yelps, still somewhat startled. Resting a hand flat over her chest. Yeah, you flat chested. Shut up. It's nothing important. Oh my god. Jewel doesn't seem convinced, and rightly so, but she only huffs, too tired to care about questioning her friend. In the pale moonlight, her complexion seems dull and ashen from exhaustion. Bro, I'm giving her a back rub, bro. She is a queen, bro. Like, it pisses me off. She has to use her money to get the motel room. She's still complaining. We gotta hide stuff from her, but meanwhile, while you were sleeping and while we were sleeping, she was carrying the whole team on her back. She gets dibs on the bed, bruh. They don't sell patrol here. What is that? Wine? Liquor? She says, stifling a yawn. I guess we should have expected it. Nobody would want to stay in a hole like this if they could just buy some fuel. Oh, some fuel. And drive a mile to the nearest hotel. This is why I don't like Renee. I don't like Renee now because, like, number one, she was tasked to get to Sylvia. I don't know how long, because like the thing, we went to go to Sylvia, right? Then we go back. She needs to have enough gas for this. Like, why are we not thinking of this? Like, oh, the gas is on E. Maybe let's fill that up. She didn't do that. She's complaining about service here. She's already acting like a Karen. And then 3, she's hiding stuff from Jewel. For what? We're on a team. Who cares? And now we sitting here trying to get gas and she's just useless. Angry, facing in the face. Kick her in GTA. Do they have a landline phone at least? Why don't you go in there? They do. It even works. I called roadside assistance. They should be here in the morning. So we're not even staying at the hotel? Nah, I think she did say she's staying. We're staying. You didn't call Serene? Jewel winces, sliding the key between her fingers. She don't want to call her mama, talking about she got stuck because of your... Nah, I would blame it on her. Like, look, this broad couldn't get a full tank of gas. Blame her. Unless she's driving a freaking Civic. Barely got any gas. Sliding the key between her fingers in the rare display of nerves. Bro, can we body? I hate Renee, bro. Get off of me. You know she wants to help, and I can't let her come so close to Elazar. Oh, she's trying to protect her. Renee freezes as though she now remembered the fact that Jewel's parents and her own father are in fact fugitives. Oh, really? Not only, bro, Renee, how do you forget that? That is crazy. Renee is really, she's an L. She ducks her head. staring blankly at the ground before shaking herself off the trance. So we're on our own. Yes, we're big adults. We don't need diapers. Not really? You start pulling out your notebook. Remember when I broke into your sister's room? Though you don't look at her, Jewel knows she has to be on the one you're addressing. In vivid detail, the beginning of the grin flashes across her face, but her confusion is stark as she watches you pull up the business card from between the pages. And I told you about the agents that approached me at the crosswalk? I didn't remember at the time, but one of them was Reed's brother. Oh, we're gonna call Flavio. Ooh, so this is how he gets in the mix. We can trust Flavio. I'll look at her eyebrows. Joel blinks, staring at the number written on the card. That's his number then? I'm not sure. I mean, it could be Laurent's for all I know. Can't believe I'm saying this, but we could really use his help. We can't just rent out a motel, you know what I'm saying? You know, get a atlas, you know, a map. We can see where we at. And then, you know, next morning we'll figure that out, you know? What time is it? Like, we in the middle of nowhere, like, anyone's help. F. Jewel laughs. The sound lacks any mirth. She leans on the car by your side, and when she brushes against you, you feel her tremble. Are you sure it's not a trap? I don't know. But you're effed either way. You might as well take the risk. I have an idea. Let me call them. Renee extends her hand, and you let her pluck the card out of your grasp. And if somebody suspicious picks up, I can always pretend it's a misdial. Will they even want to speak with you? If they were willing to help you before, I don't see why not. Yes, and if they refuse, it means they didn't want to help you to begin with. It's not the worst idea, and you definitely have nothing else to propose. All right, thank you. Renee grimaces, eyes downcast. She steps away from the car. Don't thank me. It was all my idea to call Sylvia. If not for me, we wouldn't be in this situation. It's not your fault, Renee. Yes, it is. Blame her. You couldn't have known. You couldn't have known that the car was gonna go on E. I'm not even talking about the Sylvia situation. Let's get to the brass and taxes. Renee's inconsolable. Without a word, she turns around, heading towards the entrance of the motel. Yeah, let's follow her. I don't trust her on the phone by herself. When you move to follow her, Jewel shakes her head. Let her deal with it alone. I want to follow her, she pleads with a half whisper. She'll feel less guilty. All right, whatever. You know what? I could tell you about the black light vial. She'll feel less guilty. If you say so. You shrug, relenting. I mean, you know her best. Jewel flashes you a quick, grateful smile, then grabbing the bag. For a friend, she is definitely sneaky. Your shoulder, then gives you a little push in the direction of the room. The last one on the edge of the forest. There's a spring in her step, but you're not so easily fooled. You know her too well to believe the brave mask she's putting on. The parking lot is strangely large for such a small building. It takes you more than 100 steps to reach your assigned room. The dark door looks sturdy, if cheap. The sloppily drawn numbers, oh, those were doors. It still smelled like ammonia and rotten eggs. But even if they were renovated recently, the white paint is layering and cracking from age. As long as there's no roaches, we ain't in Atlanta. When the door opens, the hinges give an ear-piercing screech that makes you and Jewel grimace and hurry up inside. Now let me get up in here. Cozy. Alright, we can get some one-on-one time. Lock the door. There's no sliding bolt lock on the door, so Jewel puts the key back inside, twisting it once and leaving it here. The room's not very secure, but the minimalist interior at least smells sterile. The bare floor and the walls are clean, freshly washed. While you hang by the entrance, unsure how to proceed, Jewel flicks the light on, dropping her bag on the floor, all but falling on top of the nearest bed, face first. She wiggles a little to the side, though without lifting her head, making room for you to lie next to her, then extending her hand in your direction, wanting you to close. She doesn't need you to ask. You join her gladly, slipping your fingers between hers, letting her pull you in until her head rests comfortably on your thigh. You feel her go slack, her breath slow down, and in no time she's deeply asleep, not startling awake even as you stand up, freeing your hand. Man, get you that rest, queen. Get that beauty sleep. You help her undress. Ooh. Taking off her shoes and draping the thin sheet over her shoulders before moving to the bathroom to freshen yourself up. I kind of want to stalk what Renee is doing. You take Jewel's bag with you, rifle it through it, until you find a small bottle of liquid soap and a pair of underwear. Your last one, you note. You pack lightly. You didn't expect a detour, but Jewel did, and you have to bite back a smile when you find that she packed a change of clothes, both for herself and for you. She's too good for you sometimes, and you try to move as silently as you possibly can. Letting her rest is the least you could do. The water's cold when you turn on the faucet. Take it a while to warm up, and by the time you're clean, it's almost too hot. Yup, I've had those moments. Jesus. You breathe easier with the odor of blood and ashes washed off you. When you're done, you return the bag, placing it under the bed. A quick shower cleared not only your body, but your head as well. And though as you consider taking a nap, you're certain you won't be able to fall asleep. You're not sure what you want to. After the nightmare you had, you prefer to be awake. I kind of want to know if Renee is like done talking, see her go to her room. I mean, I don't know. I don't like this broad. You walk a bit around the room, aimlessly, looking for something to busy yourself. Maybe you need to go busy Renee. When a sharp knock causes you to pivot, eyes glued to the door. Is there a peephole? It's just me. Okay. Because if she didn't say anything, I am pulling at the strap. Get your ass in here. Late. Your growing panic fades when Renee's voice reaches you and you scramble to let her in. Barely remembering to close the door once more, and she's finally inside. Honestly, we need to use a lure more. I wouldn't mind using a lure on her. She seems to be in a better mood. Her eyes are glimmering, hopeful. Yeah, she talked with Sylvia, so she gonna get us all freaking put in a pack. So, how did it go? I spoke with a woman named Nino. Ooh, that's my girl. I have to say, I almost hung up when I heard her voice. I'm glad I didn't. What did she say? Apparently, Sylvia. Let's say we're not the only ones who know about her. Misdemeanors. That's not the word you use. That's for sure. Oh? Your friend, Flavio's brother, obtained an interesting document that, while not outright incriminating Sylvia, did bring Nino closer to catching her in the act. Okay, that's my girl. That's actually amazing. I know. I am so relieved. She exclaims. Wow. So that's the time the robot smiles. Then she slaps a hand over her mouth, eyes darting to Jewel. But seeing as the other woman is undisturbed, she continued, though it's much quieter now. Yeah, she's trying to get her beauty rest. Nino said she'll come for us soon. She's not too far from the outskirts right now, and she asked us to wait for her here. How soon is soon exactly? No more than 3 hours. Bro, we ain't gonna get a beauty? I mean, I guess since the fact Sylvia's on the run, we ain't got time to sleep. That's some seriously good news. Renee seems to wholeheartedly agree. Yeah, let's get some rest. Let's chill up. Get Jewel her beauty rest. So now we only need to wait. That's the hardest part though, isn't it? She mutters as she looks around the room. Her good humor divvied slightly. Her expression cools down when she studies the empty bed, the clean sheets. Go for it if you want. You offer, sitting on the armchair. Man, I'm sleeping next to Jewel anyway. It's a bit squishy, but it's far more cozier than you'd hope for. There's no lingering scent sticking to it, for which you are immensely glad. Thank you, she says, eventually taking off her jacket and folding it neatly. She places on the nightstand, only remaining piece of furniture besides the beds, armchair, and an awful vintage lamp stuffed in the corner. Well, what's wrong with the vintage lamp? It kind of look cool. Please wake me up if something happens. So we're not really tired. I guess we already got a little sleep. Sure thing. Good night. Yes, hopefully it would be. Alright, let me bring out my computer and let me Python. Let me hook it up behind your back and let me do some Python coding. She lies down on the top of the covers with her head to the wall. Her body still. Shortly as she nods off, leaving you to your peace. You rest your head on the folded arm, counting the seconds when something catches your attention. What? Her battery low? Over the sound of steady breathing you hear faint music coming from the next room. A clear channel station. Free of static, broadcasting a radio show you are familiar with. Channels 87.7 FM, the same one you frequently listen to at work. Old music mixed with the newest hits. Though right now all that reaches you is a soft instrumental, the background noise combined with the silence acts like a sedative. You don't even know when you drift off, only that it happens. You're in and out of your consciousness, waking up to a different song each time. You know you can't know how long your uninterrupted naps lasted. The next time you rouse, it's to the sound of a key being twisted in the lock. What a freak! The freaking, the front desk receptionist? Renee looks sheepish when she finds out you staring at her, and she brushes her hair from her face, sends you a small smile. I'm going to buy some food. Oh, she laughed. Oh, okay. I was like about to say, I was like, what the freak? Nah, don't make up a lie like that. What do you mean? She whispers, shaking her wallet as though to demonstrate her intent. She waits for you to nod in an acknowledgement, and when you give her one, she steps out of the room, calling to you softly as she goes. Bro, we need to tell Jewel about the vial, bruh. Close the door just in case. It's probably wise, so you do as she asks before returning to your seat. The music is louder now, you notice, but not by much. Just enough that you could clearly hear the lyrics when before it was just a buzz of scrambled words drowned by the bass melody. When the song ends, the host stops the playlist to give a quick recap of the news along with the current date and time. No tragedies today, but it's still morning after all. Barely 4 a.m. After the news, the music restarts, and at the top 10 songs of the month play one by one until another announcement makes you realize that the half hour has passed and Renee is still gone. Ooh, come on, dude. We're not stupid here. The abrupt sense of unease seizes you, and you grab the keys, pushing the door open without a second thought. Uh-oh. Bro, if some stuff happens, this is goated. This route is goated. This is way better than Laurent's. If some stuff happens, you react just in time to see the back of Renee's jacket disappearing behind the thin birch trees. She moves as if led by an invisible hand, held high, unnaturally, taut. You want to call out to her, but a glimpse of white in your peripheral vision steals the breath out of your lungs. You don't have a second guess your intuition. You know who it is. The silver truck parked by the edge of the forest confirms your suspicion. What the freak? Before Renee can vanish completely out of your sight, you run after her, deeper and deeper into the forest, always just a step behind her, unable to catch up until she stops. Uh-oh. Your heart stops with her. This is broad. This chapter is long, golly. Oh my god. She approaches Renee slowly like a panther stalking its prey, seemingly unaware or uncaring about the freaking possible witnesses. Ah, crap. Cause she has strong perfume. Her Perfumare is really good, bruh. Her affliction is good. Dog, we should have got Jewel. We should have woke her up. Oh, we have the vial though. We have the vial. But how does the vial work? How do we use the vial? She's alone, or you think she is. The odor of death clings to her like a second skin, and you can't smell anything else. You see her pull out oh god, she is so active for a freaking Yelp reviewer. Yeah, I know that's your daytime job. You ain't no SPD agent. You know what she's planning. Give the weapon to Renee and order her to kill herself, or kill me, to be honest. But she don't get her hands dirty. But as quick as she is, she forgets to take you into account. Stop! You yell, and you're shocked to see Sylvia actually listen. Several different emotions pass over her face in quick succession, so fast that you can't identify even a single one. But you don't need to. The bitter scent tells you everything, clearer than words would. Her compliance doesn't last long. Her days more a shock than a successful enthrallment, and she laughs, pointing the gun at Renee. She doesn't taunt you, but then she doesn't have to. You both know you're no match for her, and we don't train, so we're just trash. I will shoot. She informs you calmly. How did she catch up with us, bruh? I mean, I thought we were driving for some hours. She must have been like, I don't know, this is weird. She informs you calmly, one finger already on the trigger, giving you just a split second to act. Lost. Mysterious vial. What the heck happened? Lightning fast, you reach for the vial, ignoring the warnings you heard from Renee. And with all your might, you throw it against the wall tree behind Sylvia's back. It does the trick. She falters, head snapping just as the glass shatters with barely any noise. She threw it like a smoke bomb. God dang. Okay. Bro, okay, so I'm seeing the choice bases. If we didn't take the vial, we would have been dead. That's crazy. The cloud that forms when the liquid touches the air is identical to Perfumare. Whitish, thick, coiling like a serpent before shooting up. It spreads fast, faster than anything you've seen, but you don't have time to watch. Grabbing Renee's wrist, you yank her away from Sylvia, and without checking to see how she fares, You dash in the direction of the parking lot. There's a thud of something heavy hitting the ground, then nothing but the mad gallop of your footsteps and the swish of grass as you stomp on it. The prototype has to work because Renee comes back to herself mid-sprint, slowing down to a walk, then gaining speed as you tug her along. What? I'll explain later, come on! You push through, only letting go of her when she starts to move on her own. The force gets thinner the longer you run, but there's no sign of ending it anytime soon. Are we lost? She chokes out, crouching low and clutching her chest. Her body shudders as she fights for her breath. She can't go on like this, so you let her rest, holding yourself up with one hand on a tree, feeling your muscles tremble under your skin. Ugh, that looks disgusting. Your eyes dart to the side, and you squint at the shadows ready to bolt. But the force is quiet. Eerily so. Bro, this is one episode in Atlanta, bro. When Renee is rested enough to continue, she repeats the question more steadily this time. Before you can answer, rustling of leaves coming from behind makes you nearly jump out of your skin. A dark shadow slips behind between the thin birch trees, pushing the branches away to reveal. Oh, Jewel. That looks kind of creepy, bro. I'm not gonna lie, she kind of scared me. Jewel! Your voice is high, full of relief. She takes one look at her face, pale with fear, to dampen your excitement. Her scent is blended with joy, seeing you alive, and anger had been left alone in the room without knowing she was. Don't hate the play, hate the game, bruh, cause I be spitting knowledge. I would've wake you up even if you didn't like it. Haphazardly, her shoes unlaced and her hair is a mess, but she doesn't seem to care about the state of her appearance. Looking up and down for any sign of injury, she doesn't find any. Her shoulders fall. You almost gave me a heart attack. We don't have time to talk though. She chides, rushing to your side and clutching you to herself like a lifeline. Oh yeah, she definitely didn't get her hair ready. What were you thinking? You weren't, that's the thing. And you can't find a plausible excuse, so you don't even attempt to explain yourself. Sorry, she sighs, brushing her hands up and down your back, soothing. Well, it's not fine. I'm just glad you're okay. She holds you a bit long, prying herself away reluctantly, but staying close enough so you can still feel her warmth. Wake me up next time. You think there will be a next time? She snorts. Her expression loses the tension. With our luck, yes. This is all very touching. I be trying to tell y'all ain't got time to be talking. Oh, my girl Nino. All right, and we will end in the next episode. But nah, this is getting juicy, bro. I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen, bro. Which is, Nino, which you guys, if you remember, she's a part of the SPD, and she's trying to stop Sylvia. We did throw the vial, so now I'm like, man, I wonder if the vial is actually gonna work. Again, it's a prototype. I don't know if it's actually legit, but it looked like it worked to hold her back. But if we get rid of her Perfumare, she can't control nobody. But since Nino's like an apparition, we could just freaking let her do what she gotta do. But now I'm actually wondering if something's gonna go down. I don't like Renee. I'm just concluding to this point. I don't care what you think. I don't like Renee because she didn't even let us know that she was gonna get snacks. It was only when we kind of woke up and we saw her leaving, and then she was surprised. It's like, dude, let people know what you're doing. We're pretty much fugitives, and we're getting chased by this mad woman. Like, brother, calm down. I didn't like how we didn't tell Jewel about the vial, and I didn't like how we didn't wake her up. Those were things that we couldn't do with the, because they didn't give us a choice on that matter. I hope that doesn't mess up my ending of this game, this route. Either way, let me know your thoughts, you know what I'm saying? This is definitely getting juicy. What do you guys think? Do you think this is gonna be better than Laurent's route, or even Reed's? I don't know what happens with Reed's, but I'm interested. I'm definitely digging this. I think we're still on chapter 5, so this is a really long chapter. Stay blessed, keep it bitch, I'm gonna see you when I see you. Peace.